action. Well, there we go. Hey, welcome, yogis and strength builders out there. Welcome to today's class, quote unquote, our COVID-19 class. We're working a little strength. I got Dave with me, my son Dave. And sorry about I got a little nosebleed, so don't pay attention to that. So we're outside. We're going to do some basic exercises today to work on strength. We're using a book that pretty good. You Are Your Own Gym. And this guy has an app. What's his name?
Mark Lauren.
There it is. You can find him on the App Store, Mark Lauren, if you want, if you're interested in doing something. He's really good. So it's doing workouts at home, all without using any equipment. Now, we're going to be outside, and we do have a few equipment pieces, but when you guys, if you're working this, you can work it at home without the equipment. So I'll just show you real quick what we've got. We've got some rings here that we're going to use to do our push-ups and our pull-up thing. Not a pull-up, a full pull-up, but a version of that. But you can do these from home. We'll give you without that rings if you want. So first thing, if you're following along, we're going to do 4 basic exercises today. We're going to do 30 seconds each exercise, and then you get a 30-second rest, and you do it 6 times. So by the end of that 6th time, you are really going to be feeling that a lot. But before we do anything, we're going to warm up. So I'm just going to put this down. Follow along with us. A little warm up. For the shoulders, a lot of shoulders and arm work. So let's just start with just some basic shoulder rolls. Start tight in the body. We'll roll the shoulders out. It is a little windy out here, so sorry about that wind. That's annoying, but that's the sacrifice. And then roll the other way. And then now do a little bit of bigger movements. So I'm going to do one arm at a time, rolling through it. I want to get good extension. I'm going to feel that on the side of my body. That's why I put my hand on that side so I can feel the ribs. Now let's go the other way. Big swimming movement. Try to get a little bit into your shoulder blade. So I'm kind of exaggerating. I'm trying to protract the shoulder blade, spread it out. I'm going to switch sides. And let's go the other way with that. Big movements. So to get some blood going through the shoulder. Let's come back. Now let's bring those arms out. Let's spread them out a little bit. And I'm going to do one palms up and one palms down. And then I'm going to rotate it back and forth. And you're going to have to move a little bit. But I'm really trying to get a nice little twisting or ringing through the joints. Let's come back. And now the wrists, let's roll the wrists. When you're doing the push-ups, putting a lot of strain on the wrists. So we're going to do about 10 rotations in one direction. 7, 6. And then I'm going to go the other way, about 10, the other direction. All right, then just do a little bit of shaking around, move the fingers in and out. And now just a little bit for the back. Do a few twists. Let the arms hang nice and loose. So getting the spine, but also getting those shoulders a little bit more moving around. Let's come back. And just for overall blood flow through the body, let's do a little bit of the legs. So I'm just going to go low and come up. I'm out a little bit wide, so adjust if you need to. Low, come up. Press out, come in. Working those glutes a bit, squeezing the glutes. And a nice breathing. Breathe in. And breathe out. You breathe in. You breathe out. Open up a little bit. Open the heart out a little bit. The chest out when you come up. A little more for the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do it 5 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. 4 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. one more time. Come down. Breathe in. Okay. All right. Take a moment. Kick it around. Kick out the ankles, the knees. And then the last thing, we warm up this push-up. 2 more. We'll do a couple air push-ups to warm up that motion so the arms are out. Now look at my elbows. When you're doing your push-ups, you don't want your elbows flaring out like this. You want them tucked in more, maybe about a 45-degree angle the most. So you push out, right? Imagine you're pushing. When you come back, notice if that starts to happen. That's not good. Keep those elbows in. Come down. And try to get the shoulder blades to activate a bit. So when you extend the arms, when you're pressing in the floor, the shoulder blades are spreading apart just a little bit, right there at the top. And when you come down, maybe you can retract. You pull the shoulder blades a little bit together. You feel that? So that's the upper body. Now come to your core, your belly. Engage it a bit. So you're pulling your belly in a bit, just a little bit. You're keeping it, a nice way to think of it is you're keeping it like braced. Like if someone were to hit you or to try to punch you, you brace your belly. You brace it. So brace that belly when you're doing your push-ups. And then fire the glutes a bit. Squeeze the glutes. So practice that in this motion. You have to go a little slower. Glutes fired, core's engaged, belly's braced, shoulder blades working. So all right, take a moment, shake it out. So when you're doing a good push-up, right, you're focusing on the shoulders, the upper body, the core is engaged, the glutes are engaged. The body's one tight line. All right, last warm-up. The last movement is we'll come into a plank position. We can do it right here on the ground. And we're going to just work a little bit of that firing. So fire up the belly, brace it, squeeze the glutes, press the hands a little bit in the mat, spread the shoulder blades out. Breathe, yogis. Now look at the eyes of your elbows. Try to rotate them a little bit towards the front. And now let's warm up the movement. I'm going to come down on my knees to warm it up. And I'm just going to come slowly lower. Keep the elbows pretty tucked in. So I'm going to do a few modified push-ups for my knees here at the beginning, just to warm it up. And get those shoulder blades to retract a bit as you come down. Protract them out on the way up. Do 3 more. 3. Coming up. Keep the body in one line. 2. Coming up. And 1. All right. There's your warm-up. Take a moment, shake it out. What happened to our... Oh, we went to sleep for a minute. I got to change that, but we're still live. So you always take a moment, shake it around. Now, if you need to, during the movements, during the exercises, you can modify them, and some of you may be on your knees during the modification. So let's start. I'm going to get a timer. And Dave's got his watch or his phone, right? We're going to set a timer. We're going to do 30 seconds of the movement, 30 seconds of the rest. And if you need a little bit more time, you're going to just have to pause the video. Maybe once in a while we'll pause. So Dave's got it. You can just set the timer. Let's just run it. Just have it running and we'll just look at it. So just start a timer. Dave's going to go first. And then while he's resting, I'm going to do mine. So we're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth the whole time. But you yogis at home, you get your break. Oh, you got a timer?
You ready?
Yeah, we'll just start it running. We won't restart every time. It'll just be a running clock. Oh, just have a running clock. Just have a running, like
a stopwatch.
Stopwatch.
All right, go.
All right, so I'm going to call this out, and you yogis at home, you can have your own timer or just follow along with us. So Dave, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And you can begin. So here goes Dave. Now what you can see what he's doing is we're using the rings for ours. That's a little bit harder because see how the hands are moving. So there's no stability. You got to work the shoulders a little bit more, but nice tight line, a little bit more for the core. And then what he's doing here is he's adding in, his feet are elevated. So if you're really advanced, you can elevate your feet to get a little more of a workout. And you got 3 more seconds, and that's it. That's 30 seconds. Now you got a break. Now I'm going to do mine. I'm going to give the camera to Dave. And we'll start mine at 50 seconds. So here we go. So now I'm not using the feet up. Taking my time, good form. Then I'm going to keep track of how many I do. 7, 8,
10 seconds.
9, 10,
5 seconds.
11. All right, I'm done. How far is out? There is my 30 seconds. And now Dave's up. And he's taking off his jacket. It's getting warmer. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. On my mark, we'll start at 50 seconds and you can begin. So now he's going to do his second set. Now in the book, ideally, he's trying to get us to get to where we can do 12 of each push-up for all 6 sets. Or at least have your lowest set be at 12s, but don't worry about the numbers. Focus on your quality, yogis. 10 more seconds for you, Dave. Better to do a few really good ones than a bunch of bad ones. And that's 30 seconds, you're a wrap. All right, now I'm up. I think you maybe, don't let me do extra time now. All right, I'm gonna start at 30 seconds, and here we go. 1, 2.
I don't know. I think it stopped recording.
It's not recording 3. That's not recording. It's recording on a different software. 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just to show it. It's recording whatever's in the screen.
10 seconds.
Now I'm trying not to let my elbows flare out. And you know what?
Time.
I broke it maybe a second early, but it's okay because I was feeling, when you start to feel the form going down south, let's say, when it starts to get bad form, slow it down. And Dave, you ready?
Yep.
I'm going to start you in 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and begin. You started the 20-second mark. He's going to go to 50 seconds. We're in our 3rd set. Woo. Wow, friends. Almost halfway. Good form. And, oh, by the way, to make this easier, I should have told you, you're putting your feet up makes it harder. Putting your hands higher up makes it easier. And Dave, you're done, okay. So what you can do, a modification is, instead of having your feet elevated, you can elevate your hands, like go on the bottom of a stair at your house. That makes it a little bit easier.
And start.
1. Right now I'm really focusing. Ooh, at the top, coming all the way to the top. Drawing your shoulder blades a little bit. Ooh, protracting them out a bit. Keeping that core
10 seconds.
fired.
5 seconds.
1 more.
Done.
Okay. Making gains, friends. You make gains by working a lot. Are you ready to start? I'm going to start you in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and begin. Started you in the 50-second mark. And I gotta tell you the truth, yogis, TBH, to be honest, I didn't even count my last set. I'm not even worried. I'm not as focused on the numbers. Dave focuses more on these numbers. He likes to measure everything, keep track of it all. That's like young people like to do that, I think. When you get old, you're like, whatever. You can feel it. You feel that, the body. You'll feel the strength gains. And you're done. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Dave. If you need an extra break at home, just pause. I'm going to start at 40. So that'll go to 10. Ooh, I can feel it now. We're in our 4th set, and I'm
Start.
with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5 seconds.
Maybe I can make it to 10.
Done.
Just maybe. 10.
Woo.
That was our fourth one, right?
I think so.
Think so. Hope so. We're on our fifth one. You ready to start? Starting it. You can begin. Here we go. Fifth set, friends. 5/6 of the way done. How's Dave's looking? How's his form? The low back looks pretty good. So I'm looking for to see if it starts to cave in a little bit. So I want to try to keep that belly brace, that low belly brace, keep that back nice and straight, nice straight line to the back. And you are at a wrap. Nice. Now I'm on my fifth set. I'm feeling it. I'm going to start up. Well, your phone keeps doing it. I'm going to start up at, how about I start me at 20. Actually, I'm going to take a little more break. I'm going to start at 30. This is also a nice thing to, if your shoulders are getting tight, hang for a moment. Ooh. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
10 seconds.
8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 is good for me. And did that phone go to sleep again?
You did.
Maybe in your break you figure that out. This is the last set. Turn off that sleep mode. Last set, take an extra break. Hopefully you guys at home realize you're only doing them with Dave or with me. You don't do them both. Otherwise that'd be 12 sets. That's too much. Are you ready?
Yep.
And begin. There it is. We're at the 30-second mark. We're going till 9. Take your time. Good form, everyone. Even if you just do 3 or 4. Remember, you can always use your knees too to come down. Especially those last ones, maybe. You got 5 seconds left. You got 1 left. Okay, he's done. And feeling that burn, my friends. I need a little more of a break. My last set will bring us to 10 minutes. What's that cut? Is that fresh?
It's from that.
Just cut it right now?
Yep.
The rope? Okay. Here I go. 30 seconds to the finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I don't even know the timer went out. But anyways, that's our 6 sets. Here, I'm gonna pass you that. You want to turn that sleep off. Now you get a 2-minute break before you go to the next exercise. The next exercise is it the pull me up?
Let me up.
Let me up, pull me up, whatever. It's like I guess you could think of it as like an easier version of a pull up. We're not doing full pull ups yet. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna modify these rings to make them a little taller. We're gonna use the rings. You are gonna have to use a table to do this on. I'll explain that in a sec. I'm gonna bring these rings up till they're about the height of a kitchen table or dining room table, nice solid table that you have available. Tables are about up to about here probably, right? Somewhere around there. And you guys are getting a break. Keeping your shoulders moment. So, you see that motion right there? So what you're gonna do at home, you're not gonna have rings probably available. So you're gonna get under a table. So I'm just gonna demonstrate that so you can get an idea. You're gonna get right under the table, kitchen table, that's solid, it's not gonna fall over, right? You know, 4 legs right in the corner. Don't have a dining room table. Sometimes dining room tables have legs in the middle and they extend out. You don't want that because when you pull, you'll pull the table over yourself. So make sure you're on got a nice solid table with legs on each side of you. You're gonna get yourself right on that table and you're gonna reach up and grab the top of the table and then you're gonna pull yourself up. Now you're gonna watch me, I'm gonna modify it, I'm gonna bend my knees a little easier. Dave's gonna have his legs all the way straight out, pulling up. So we'll watch him do it one time and then you'll have to figure out a way to do this one, modify it at your house as you need to. Is a 2-minute break ready?
Sure. I've turned it off to auto.
All right, yeah, we're about ready for this. So 6 sets. Dave starts. Maybe you watch him do it one time, and then you can work with me. So he's gonna go ahead and get himself in position. You can see how he's got his legs extended out. He's basically his shoulders are basically right in line. You may have to be back a little bit from the table. And now when he pulls up, he's going to keep that core engaged, just like that push-up. Core's engaged, comes up, here he goes. He began, and go ahead, 30 seconds. And now notice when he comes up, he's kind of leading a little bit with his chest. Try to do that as best you can. It's tougher to do that under the table. It's harder, it's really a tough one, the grip. So do what you can with that one. You may be like me, I'm going to bend my knees. But that's going to get you the feel for it. Got 10 more seconds. And you got one more, and that's done. 30 seconds. That's your break. Now I'm gonna go my 30 seconds, and you people at home, maybe you follow along with me. Dave, you keep track of that time, so we can get a nice profile shot. Hopefully my clothes, my pants aren't falling off. So I'm gonna bend my knees, make it a little easier. And you ready?
Ready.
I'm gonna pull up. And I'm going to try to lead a little bit in my chest. Keep my glutes fired. Doing what I can to keep that back in one line. And I'm going to try a little bit of an explosion up. It's hard to do it once again on the table because you don't have that good grip. So do what you can with that.
10 seconds.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there's me scrunching my face up. I'm cheating the form. I'm done. He's not calling me, but I'm calling it. All right. That one is you'll see. You start to get weird fatigue area like I do, like on my forearm area. And I just can't even pull myself, no matter how hard I try. The muscles just start to fatigue out on that one. All right, set 2. You ready? Mm-hmm. And begin. He began right at the 15-minute mark. Gonna go 30 seconds. Good form. Slow it down a little bit if you start to lose your form. Good breath work as he goes up. Meanwhile, I'm getting my break. You yogis getting your breaks. And Dave, you have 10 more seconds to go. And he wrapped 2 seconds early. All right, here you go.
Try to do it with the rings horizontal. Like this.
Like this?
Yep.
Maybe I'll try a couple of the legs. Extend it out. Tell me when.
And start.
I'm going to bend the knee a little bit easier. I'm going to try not to lead with the chin, but lead with the
5
chest.
seconds. Start. End.
Okay. I feel like you gave me less time, but that's okay. I'll take it. All right, you're up. We're on our third round. Beginning of the third round, we're almost halfway. And I'm gonna switch over here. You ready to begin? And begin. 16:30, going to 17 minutes. We're 17 minutes into this workout. We're halfway home on this pull-up. This variation. This is a pulling exercise, right? Pulling and pulling and pushing. This is a pulling. And you got 5 more seconds. And you got 1 more. Nope, he's done. Okay. He's cheating a little early. All right, here you go. Why don't you start with the 20-second mark? 50. All right, I'm on my third round. Here we go. You ready? Tell me when.
Start.
Am I on my third or am I on my fourth? No, just third. Let's notice I'm getting lower and lower. Can't
10 seconds left.
pull up as much.
5 seconds. Done.
Oh my goodness. That's a tough one. All right, Dave's up. First time I did that one, I was under the table. And I know if you're under a table right now, it's a lot harder with a grip. It's very challenging to get that grip right. Are you ready, Dave?
Yep.
Start it out. Here we go. 18:10, he begins. He's going to go to 18:40. He's maintaining good form, keeping the body in one nice tight line, trying to lead with that chest, trying not to do too much of that chin region. Remember that later when you start doing pull-ups, sometimes you start to do that, you cheat, you try to break the chin to get over, you like strain the neck to get the chin up. You don't want to do that. Let the chest lead you, and he's wrapped. Good times. That was the 4th set. Here I go. Feel that right in here, forearm area. All right, I'm gonna start it at 19 seconds, 19 minutes. Tell me when.
Start.
Here we go. Keep my face relaxed. That's a tricky one.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. That's it.
Okay. That was set number. Was that set 4? 5.
I don't know.
Oh my God, how do we not know? Let's say that was set 4. We're on the 5th set, almost home. You ready to start?
Yep.
And begin. I guess we'll have to go back and watch and count if we did an extra set or not. But I think this is the 5th set. We need a better system to keep track of that. And if anybody's out there still, must be maybe Rami. There's the one who's staying with it the whole time. Big ups for anybody who's still here. Working through it. Dave, you got 10 more, you got 8 more seconds. Whoa. He tapped out 5 seconds early. All right. Now, maybe that was the 6th set. And
Bonus.
here we go. And start me out.
Start.
30 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. I'm getting weaker.
5 seconds. That's it.
All right, one more set. 6th set. Hopefully it's not the 7th. Dave's up first. Do you feel that fatigue? See, this motion, I don't feel burn. I feel deep fatigue like you feel weak when you start to lose it. Are you ready, Dave? And you begin. You begin at 21:20, going to 50 seconds. Some exercises you start to feel that deep burn when you're working the muscle. This one, you feel weakness, and you just can't. No matter how hard you try, you can't get up any higher. That's a good one. That's a good fatigue. You're in for 8 more seconds. You're in for 5 more seconds. Barely can move, but maybe that's it. That's pretty good. Friends, you'll feel that later today, tomorrow, whenever. A day later, you really start to feel that. You're like, holy cow. Loosen them up. Relaxed. That's always a key to your strength. You don't want to have you. Don't be tense and tight when you don't need it. All right, there you go. All right, let me know when you got stuff.
Start.
Last round. Whoop, whoop.
10
I'm
seconds.
already starting to lose it. How many? Can I just come up a little bit? Can you come up a little bit? And then go down slow.
Time.
Okay, good. That's exercise 2. That's a wrap. Now we get a 2-minute break. During the 2-minute break, we switch up. Now, what's our third exercise?
Shoulder.
Oh, the third exercise is the shoulder press. But first, give the arms a moment. So we're going from that pulling, we just pulled up, now we're back to pushing. So we're going to do a pushing version. So remember, a lot of your upper body work, probably lower body too, pushing, pulling, a lot of the upper body. Do different things, pushing, doing pulling things. Now we're pushing. We're going to try to really do is load the shoulders for this one. And we're going to use the rings just because we're really trying to help with shoulder mobility. So we're going to lower the rings, but you don't have to do this. The rings you can do on the ground. I'm going to demonstrate it to you on the ground in a moment once we get these rings down. Maybe even a little closer to the ground, because we're mimicking.
Like that?
Yeah, that looks good. See, the thing about using the rings, maybe one might be a little lower. Looks like your right hand's a little lower. Maybe lower this one a little bit. What the rings allow you to do is you're not affixed. Your joint, like when you don't have the ring, your hand's right in the ground and it can't move. And then if your wrist doesn't quite like the angle, it can't do anything about it. When you have the rings, yes, it makes it harder because the rings are like flapping around and moving around. So you got to use your stability muscle stabilizers, on your shoulders and stuff, your core. You got to keep that under control, but it also is a little bit in a way gentler. I don't know if that's the right word for your joint because you don't get fixed. You don't get in a fixed position, and it can move a little bit, and then it can kind of really help that out. So let me show you the version without the rings. Dave's gonna videotape it. I'm gonna show it at an angle maybe. So what you're gonna do, yogis, for the shoulder press up, you're gonna come into a nice down dog. So I'm gonna come a little bit closer. I'm gonna step the feet in. See, and now I'm gonna come up a little bit of my toes. I want to bring my shoulders right over my wrists. All right. So get my shoulders right over the wrists. Come up a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is start to lower my head. Now watch my elbows. I'm trying not to let them come back. I'm not doing this. I'm not going down like this so much. See, with this version, my elbows are way back behind my wrists. It's a different load. I'm trying to keep my elbows right over my wrist and drop the head down a bit forward and come back up. You will feel that big time. Quickly. You might even be able to do 3 or 4 of those good ones. So really try to focus on that. Keeping the elbows right over the wrist as best you can. Now Dave's going to use the ring. He's going to elevate his feet. And he's going to start this out. taking a break. So yogis, you maybe watch him do his and then work with me, or work with him and watch me. He's ready to go, and you're ready to start at 25 seconds, and go ahead, start. Maybe bring your feet a little bit more forward. You're more of a, I will pause it. Give him a minute. Yeah, you're more of like a push-up, not like you want to have a nice V shape to the body. Really get that. Bring your feet in a little bit closer, right to the edge a little bit more. Now come up. There you go. That's not too bad. All right, now start to drop that head down. Now notice his elbows are right under there. I'm keeping track of the time. It's a tough one, especially with those rings. Woo. You got 5 more seconds. And that's a wrap. All right, that's pretty good. That's set 1. Now let's not lose track. Is that thing getting more cut?
A little bit.
Well, watch that. All right, mama. Now I'm not using that. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna get right up close to those rings. Oh, I can see these rings are a little low.
Yeah.
And now, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep those elbows in.
It's time.
Okay. Let's higher. Let's bring these up just a tad before Dave does his next set. Then it gives us a little more ability to move around. And I'm going to widen them out a little bit so you don't have as much rubbing. Ooh, all right, we're on set 2. And Dave's coming into position. You're going to start whenever you like, start it. And how about now? Starting right at the 30-second mark, coming down. I'd like Dave to be a little tighter if you can. Bring your feet in a little bit more. I feel like, well, it's tough work. All right, you got 10 seconds more. Really getting these shoulders. Whoa, it's tough. Maybe you got one more, and that's a wrap. That's pretty good. All right, now I'm not using those legs up. Maybe you do a few without your legs up. Nice and tight. Coming up with the thing. Am I ready to start?
Start.
And comes down. And up. And
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Stop.
okay. Number 2. All right, Dave's on his 3rd. If you're working with him, you're on your 3rd. I tightened that up last time, so I'm going to get his. That in theory is going to make it harder. The more closer you bring your feet into your hands, then the more you can get that weight of yours coming down, and you can begin. He's starting at 15 seconds. He's going to go to 45. And you can see him shaking a little bit. It's tough. Maybe yogis, you're home. Maybe you're doing 3 of these. That might be quite enough. These are really hard to do when you're doing them right. Just kind of, you don't have to go too low, right? You just go a little bit. You will feel that. Dave, you got 5 more seconds. Maybe you got 1. No, he's done. He's finishing a little early. You can do that, yogis. You can do that. Ooh. Now you got home, if you're on those, if you're on your wrists, you're putting a little more strain in your wrists. So during your breaks, you roll those wrists out, you shake them out. Of course, some of you guys are young, so your joints, they don't bother you so much. All right, you tell me when.
Start. 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Okay. I ended a little early. I felt that bloody nose wanting to come back. So now we're on set 4. Shaking out the shoulders, rolling around the wrists, get things loose. Start everything loose and relaxed. All right, as best you can. And here's a little tip that Dave gave me yesterday, or the other day when we did this, was I was getting these nosebleeds because I was just unconsciously like straining my face, really squeezing it in hard. So when you're doing that, try to like relax your face, relax your sinuses. Don't let that stuff come in. Are you ready, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here he goes. We're gonna start you right now. 32:15, going to 45. Here he goes. Feeling that. Take your time. Stay relaxed. Keep that face relaxed. No relaxation in the arms and the shoulders, right? You can't relax that. You got to keep that contracted, keep it working. You got time for one more. And that is about a wrap. Maybe a couple seconds early. It's okay. That was 4. That was my 4. I'm putting the gloves on. Don't want to get calluses. Give those shoulders a moment or two. Okay. Why don't we start me out at 15 seconds. Go to 45. Ready? Begin.
Start.
1.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. That's it.
Woo, okay. All right, shake those shoulders around a little bit. Move them around, bring them up. Do a few of these. Yeah, get those arms up. Because we're doing a lot of compression in the shoulder joint. Now you open it back up again. You raise it above your head. Maybe you got something you can hang off of a minute. Open it back up. All that pushing was compressing. Now we want to open. All right, Dave, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Set number 5. Beginning in 5 seconds. Beginning in 3 seconds. 2. Begin when you're ready. Here he goes. We're at 34 minutes into this workout. And we're down to our 5th set of our 3rd movement. Doing 6 sets. Ooh, he's losing it. He is out. He's fatigued. He's tapping out. 7 seconds early. It's all right. You feeling your shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he's got to play tennis in an hour. What time is it?
I don't know.
It's now 1 o'clock. Hopefully, I have time to recover. All right, I'm up. Why don't we start me out at 20 seconds? I'll go to 50.
Start.
And 1. Maybe you want to leave the 6th set on the load today? What do you think, Dave?
We could try it. Just try to get like 3. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. That's it.
Whew. All right, so he said one more set. 6 sets, but maybe only 1 or 2 or 3 movements. Getting stronger during your chrono break. Your chronovacation, some people call it. Is that a vacation? I don't know. I guess it depends on your state of mind. It depends how it's affecting you and your loved ones. And are you ready?
Yep.
You begin. You call it what you want, but hopefully you take advantage of the time. to grow something, starting with yourself. Grow yourself. He's done. He's wrapped out. I'm gonna finish mine. I'm not gonna worry for the time. I'm gonna finish with just 4 good ones. 4 good ones, maybe. Yogi Spear 6 that coming up nice and tight. Bringing myself over my toes. Dropping the head low. Coming back up. That's 1, 2. There's 3. 4. Okay. Could I have done one more? Maybe. It's okay to have one left in the tank at the end. Now, last movement. We're gonna go inside for this one. This is called Let Me In. We're back to a pulling. So we're gonna come inside. You have a 2-minute break. And what we're gonna do, what you wanna do during your break is you wanna get a towel, medium length towel. It doesn't have to be all the way to a full bath towel, but it's gotta be a little bit more than just a hand towel, or like a pillowcase. Works. I used a pillowcase, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that pillowcase or like a towel. You gotta get. We're gonna use that. Oh, I'm just walking through the garage. Make sure we wipe our feet off. I'm gonna keep my shoes on, but maybe Dave will take his off. Coming inside, we're gonna use a doorknob for this last one. Jeez, that bloody nose. So what I'm gonna do is get a nice. Here we go. I got a pillowcase. Voila. And the door I've been using in the house is door to the basement. Right here. Show you. Boom. Oh, look, the basement looks pretty good. Some dumbbells down there. That's for later. That's we're not gonna do the dumbbells today. That'll be our next workout, maybe. See how many thumbs up we get. All right, so Dave, you want to come and demonstrate this, or you hold the camera? I can demonstrate. Oh, I didn't clean up everything around the house. There's my Fresh Time bag. If you don't have one of these Swiss balls, you got to get one of these. Really good for your back. You can lay on them. Here, you want to hold that real quick. So what I'm gonna do, maybe you're gonna take that towel or that pillowcase, and you're gonna wrap it on the door and then wrap it around each knob. So you're gonna use that to pull yourself up. You're gonna get your knees right up so you can like almost squeeze that door with your legs, and you're gonna sit low. And notice what I'm doing. I'm sitting back, keeping the back nice and straight. Got knees at about a 90-degree angle, and then I'm gonna pull myself up, and I'm gonna come back down. I'm gonna pull myself up, lead with the chest, come back down. All right, that's the pattern. We'll let Dave go first.
Helpful to wear shoes.
Helpful to wear shoes. Yeah, you're right. You
Otherwise
do.
you slide.
You need to wear shoes so you don't slide around. Let's get his shoes back on. So let's take a minute. Let's look at this form. And you might want to actually. I think he's got room. So he's down pretty low there. Knees right in line with the doorknobs. Back nice and straight. Belly a little bit braced and ready to begin. Oh, do we have our timer?
Behind you.
It's behind me. We start at 25 and begin. We go to 50. This is a nice way to end it. It's much easier than those table pull-ups. Lightens a little bit bad there. That's better. So good. Notice leading with the chest. And hopefully you don't rip the doorknobs off your door. If you do, don't blame me. Blame Mark Lawrence. But I don't know. I think the way the weight is, some of it's distributed in the door. And that's a wrap. That's 30 seconds. That's Dave's. Now my turn to go. He'll hold that. Okay. You ready? I'm nice and low, sitting low, bring those hips down, bring that chest up, and you tell me when to start.
Start.
Coming up. I notice I'm not really. You're not used to. I'm trying to do mostly the upper body, so I'm pulling myself up, not really using the legs much, all right? Your quads will start to burn. You'll start to feel that in your quads. But I'm not really using my legs. Leading with that chest. And if you want to work that extra thing, you kind of explode up. Take your time coming down. Explode up, coming down.
Time.
All the way down, like that.
That's time.
Oh, that's time. I thought you said 10. Oh, I could do that one all day. All right, Dave's up. You ready? He's getting messages. People are calling him. I'm going to come on this side. But let me see that timer. Got it. Drinking some water. Okay. Oh, you see that bright light back there? That's the backyard. There's the fish. Look at the fish, huh? Beautiful. Okay, Dave, you ready? Oh, I got to fix that. Don't look at that, yogis. Do that later, all right? And begin. Gotta look at the clock. Start at 25, going to 50. Hot tamale, hot peppers for later, yogis. And you got 5 more seconds. And you're wrapped. Okay, my friends. I'm going to mime up next, but just before I go, that was second set. We're going to do 5 more sets. I'm going to stop the recording here because you don't need to watch this. Now you know this pattern. Do them on your own so then I don't have to make this video too much longer. So I'm going to say peace out now. Thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment for extra credit. If you're doing this for yoga class, give you a little extra credit. Let me know what you think if you want us to do more of the strength training. But for now, from Dave, from me, we say peace out. We say namaste. And tell me if you think Dave should shave. You can put that in the comments. All right. I'm out. I got to turn this off.